What's up, everybody? How's it going? I hope you're all living it up and enjoying life and making every single second count. Today I thought it would be cool to give you all a chance to get to know me a little bit more personally, and what better way to begin than by showing you some of my favorite music. I think that's one of the very first things that we like to discuss when getting to know someone, because music is so universal and crucial to the human psyche that it's an automatic conversation starter. Not to mention that it's a very easy way to find common ground with people as well. So for today, I decided that I'm going to reveal my personal goth playlist on Apple Music. I also thought it would be really cool to provide everybody that's just getting into the goth community with some really cool listening options that may not be too familiarized with much of the music so far. So I named my goth playlist Live, Lurk, Loathe. And it's an amalgamation of all different types of music that are enjoyed by goths. So there's not going to be just post-punk and darkwave on here. I've got industrial, I've got death rock, I've got synth pop, aggro tech, etc. So I'm going to be showing you some examples of each genre that I've sort of tossed into this eclectic goth mix. And the first group is going to be obvious goth classics. So like old school post-punk and darkwave.
Through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him.
There's nothing like the classics, man. And they're almost all universal within the community. Like, these are going to be the songs that almost all goths are familiar with. Okay, so up next, we've now got modern post-punk and darkwave that have continued the traditional goth sound.
Tüm renkler soldu, kapkara, çıkınca tüm sesler sustu.
Dividing sparrows from the nightingales, watching all the time, dividing water from the burning fire. In the
There's a lot of really good modern post-punk out there. It really makes me giddy that a lot of bands are trying to carry on the traditional goth sound and preserve it. Alright, now we're going to be moving into industrial territory. This is music that is essentially electronic in nature, and industrial is technically an umbrella term for a specific kind of electronic music. But the industrial on this playlist is very dark and drab, and a lot of it is very recognizable within the community.
Make my body burn. Make my body burn. Make my body burn. Make my body burn.
love industrial so much. It's a lot of fun to dance to, which all goth music is, but industrial hits in a much more euphoric way. That's the kind of music that I like to hear to get me jazzed up. That's why I listen to it a lot when I'm tattooing. Okay, next we've got some agro-tech, which is essentially a much more hostile form of industrial. You're gonna find like a lot more elements of metal incorporated in
Just a break in the game. Answer me. What do you want from me? This is a formula to spread the hate. This is a formula to spread the fight. Your bracket makes like poison eye. These focus guys to obscure the skies. It makes right away the wicked leg.
Yeah, that's the music you want to listen to when you're 3 shades of pissed off. It's such an incredible outlet. Okay, so now we're at bands that I've got on here that are just sort of standalone editions. They're kind of their own thing, but they obviously fit into the goth aesthetic and vibe.
She was born with a wedding ring on, tied in a ribbon in the time she came from. I didn't know she had a little baby song, but a little bit of baby gonna make you get it gone.
You build me up, then you knock me down. You play the fool while I play the clown. We keep time to the beat of an old slave drum.
See, goth has a very wide spectrum, and in the grand scheme is more or less an umbrella term as well. There's goth music from almost every genre of music in existence. You just gotta know where to look. Alright, now, last but not least, we've got some, what I like to refer to as cliche goth songs on here. And you know what I'm talking about. These are like the very obvious ones that are just like, oh yeah, no, that's definitely goth music.
Lines, the black box, the little goose is dead.
When the sun goes down and the moon comes up, I turn into a teenage goo-goo mob.
Those are always a lot of fun. I love cliche. But as you can see, my taste in goth music is all over the place. It's very inclusive. Though I will say that I am very particular when it comes to my playlist making, so I won't add a song to a playlist if it doesn't make sense. Now, obviously, I couldn't give examples of every song that I have on this playlist because I have a good 200 some odd songs in total on here, but if you do use Apple iOS, then feel free to follow me on Apple Music. My handle on there is @TheRealDiablo, so pretty much the same handle that I use for all of my social media, but you can add me on there, we can share music back and forth, you can see what I'm currently listening to, and you can even add my playlist to your own set of playlists if you like it that much. Thank you all so much for checking out today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to show your support by smashing that like button and subscribing to my channel. Also, feel free to give me some feedback in the comments section and let me know if you enjoyed my playlist and whether or not you might like for me to reveal some other ones later on. Until next time, guys, stay safe, stay spooky. Peace!